Let's see what we get this time. Hopefully this way. I keep trying. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just going to check on here. Right, F5, got to update it all here. And let's see, do we get it this time? No. By the look of it. I've tried. We're going to have to be long ways again. There's something in the settings somewhere that I'm just not getting, and I do apologise, everybody. As it is, hopefully we'll cope. It's very strange. I did a live the other night, no problem whatsoever, on Insomnia Quilting, and it came up fine. We're going to be skinny again today. I've tried twice. Never mind. Let me just have a little look and see, can I see all of the comments and things that come up? I apologise. I'll have yet another look. Andy suggested something I've tried and it's just not happening. Never mind. So who've we got? Mandy. Morning, Mandy. Morning, Rose. Hopefully everything's lovely over in Ireland. What else is going on? Debbie. Elaine. Let me just turn my noise off here. I don't want to listen to myself. I do apologise that we're skinny again. I did an Insomnia Quilting the other night and it came up wide. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. I don't know. I'll have to have another look at the distractions and stuff. But anyway, we're here. That's the main thing. And I have stuff to show you. And you can see little bits behind me. But what I'm going to do is turn you very slightly for a minute. So I'm coming at you. And I'm just going to do that a little minute. And hopefully you're going to see what I want you to see first. And I'll get out of the way a bit. We'll see what comes up. And my cup of coffee. There we go. Right, so okay, so now hopefully you can see what I've been working on. I'm going to give it a minute for everyone to come over from Julia. Thank you, Julia, looking better. Some fabulous stuff going on again. I don't know how you do it, I really don't. So we've got Elaine, Margaret, Joe, morning. Julia, Jessie's going to Clifton next month, Jill. I bet. Oh, how lovely. As in where we were, or the actual place, or just, yeah, how fabulous. Julia and I, Julia's commented that Jessie's going to Clifton, which is over in Ireland, right over on the west coast. Julia and I went over and we did a retreat there with a fabulous group of ladies from Kilkenny area, Kilkenny, Tipperary, that sort of area. And we did a retreat and it was just fabulous. Julia acted as my assistant, bless her, and landed up doing all sorts of things. When she went running, she had to go shopping at the same time, and making cups of teas and things. And there was a thing where she was doing scrambled eggs. I believe it was scrambled. Yeah, fabulous time we had. So I'm much jealous that Jess is going, much jealous. Kim, Jan, Liz, everybody. Camping near the cow witch. Oh, how fabulous. I'll have to look out my photos and see. Julia's saying that Jess is camping near a beach where we went walking. And it's the only time that I've ever actually seen cows sunbathing on a beach. Fabulous. All of these, I've got a photo somewhere, it's brilliant. I'll see, can I get it out and stick it on later for everyone. Absolutely fab. Right, Lisa's back again. Right, okay, so we seem to have lots of you come over. Thank you for joining me. I'll just have a slurp. I do apologise for being skinny again on Facebook. I was nicely fat the other night on Insomnia Quilting, but there we go. Right, so what's been going on? That's been going on this week. Miranda. A lot of you will know my previous version of this, which was Hercules. So there we have Miranda. Don't need to go that way a bit. Hopefully you can see Miranda. So Hercules was made with Tilda fabrics and I ran out, so I can't do any more Hercules kits. So I thought it's time to do a new one. So this is Miranda, the Floral Coo. And there's kits available. The pattern's available if that's what you want. It's the same pattern as Hercules. So that was Hercules. I've changed the picture on the front so as it includes the two now. But there is now a kit, okay, with the full instructions in. The fabrics are Macawa and a few Lewis and Irene. So we know that they're lovely. And there's still a bit of Tilda in there on the horns. So yeah, as named by Laura for me, my niece. Okay, so there we go. So that's Miranda. Kits are 22, available on the website being abbieanne.com. All right, just because I'm looking on here to see what you're seeing, because you've got a good view of this one, I'm just going to tell you about this gorgeous fabric. Look, how fabulous is that? That's a Timeless Treasures. I've had it in before now a couple of times. I know that somebody was waiting for a piece. It's now back in stock and on the website if anybody's after that gorgeousness. And I do them in long quarters or half meters or whatever you want. No fat quarters on this because actually it will separate the ombre effect from the dark to the light. Okay, so that's that one. And I have to say, I'm afraid he's £17 a metre. It's Timeless Treasures. It should be more. But I can't resist a few Timeless Treasures because they're just scrummy. But I will never have masses of them, I'm afraid. So that's that. Talking about Timeless Treasures, I'll show you these bits next. It's probably the best way. So that's the one we just saw. Let me take him out of there. Look, that's how pale it goes. I just love it. I think this is the third time I've had this one in. I don't generally repeat fabrics, but it's just too nice, too nice. So what else have we got now? Last fortnight we had cat panel, didn't we, with all the supporting cat fabrics because I love me cats. We've got a new cat fabric. There we go. Look, Pussycats asleep on quilts. How could I not have pussycats asleep on quilts? It's just gorgeous. I took a big lump off me and stashed it for me, yeah, because I've got my black cat Tom in there. So that's another Timeless Treasure. So although he's not cheap, he's just gorgeous. So yeah, if you're feeling the need, I don't think that's going to last long, that one. And then to go with it is this one. What's this one? What are they actually called? Timeless Treasure. Oh, I don't know. It just says pattern number. That's no good, is that? Look. Pussycats. I think he's lovely. So there's the Pussycats. Now, because I loved it so much and I cut myself a piece off of each of them, I then started playing around. So, story is, a few weeks ago, a lady phoned me, or messaged me, I should say, get it right, about Japanese folded patchwork. And I have templates that I do, yeah? And could she have a 6-inch and a 9-inch, please, or something like that? And, of course, I didn't have them. I think I've got 2.5 and 3, 4 and 5-inch, and it refers to the size of the outside edge, so the finished unit or square or whatever you want to call it. And so when I seen Andy, I said to him, can you make me some bigger ones, please? So Andy being Andy, look what I've got 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch and 9-inch finish Japanese folded patchwork templates. And I have to say, I was dubious, but I'm loving it. I've started doing the samples. So here we go, a nice little runner. So that's basically 9 inches wide, using me cat fabric, of course, because I had to use the cat fabric. And I've literally just laced it across the middle to hold it. You could do all sorts of stitching to hold that in place. There's actually a YouTube video of what to do with all of this. But how gorgeous is that? I'm so pleased. One makes a fabulous little centre under my flowers that you can't see here. So that's really good. Do you know what? Facebook are really annoying me. They've just chucked something up right across my screen trying to sell me something. So excuse me, I'm coming at you to get rid of it. So that I can, there we are. Now I can see what I'm doing. Really, 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 Facebook. They really are messing around with things at the minute. But there we are. Yeah, so there we are. Nice little runner there. Or a very quick quilt. You've got nice wadding in the middle. I've used, is it Visline, whatever they want to call it these days. They do a thermolan in this so that it takes heat. And it's really quite thick. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't want to use it in a quilt, I have to say, because I think you might boil yourself. But yeah, how quick a quilt. So what I've done, I'd hoped to have samples of all of them made up, but it wasn't happening. So there's your different sizes. So that's 6, 7 and 8. And I will show you the sample when I finish these properly, hopefully next week. I'm only just doing a few of each to put together to make something just usable. All right, so they are all now on the website. Yeah, Japanese Folded Patchwork makes a return. I do them by hand. You could do it by machine, it's not a problem. Follow the same sort of thing, but by machine, not a problem at all. So there we go. Now, whilst I was in there playing around with finding templates and doing stuff, I didn't realise I still had, but I have got these templates, which are trellis. So that's your block and they go in the middle. So let me just show you the picture. I didn't think I had any more of these, but I have. So I shall be putting them all together again later, and they're on at a good price. All right, so they're 12 quid for those. That's that and that. And then I also found, and now I've not shown anybody this because I haven't had time to do samples yet. I've done one sample, but I need to do the other. And I've had these templates for over a year now. Snowball, traditional snowball templates. So you've got your hexy bit there, and then you've got your corners, which if you're doing by hand, it means you're not wasting fabric on the corners. You can use up something else, if you see what I mean. And then, yeah, so other way of doing it is just to put a square on, fold it over. But if you're doing by hand, this is really handy. All right, but yeah, either way is good. So I need to get that out. I really do. Can you see in the corner there? It shows you what it looks like when it's done. Put it up on the orangey there, and you can see it better. There we go. Right, so I need to sort those out because I've got 2 sizes of snowball templates, and I've just never got around to it. Okay, so what's going on over here now? I'm just going to check the pictures. Pictures? Not the pictures, the comments. It's one of them days, isn't it? Right, so yeah, morning Andy, you're obviously watching. Bev, Helen, Sarah Jane. I'm very quiet. I'm shouting the same as normal and my volume's up. You'll have to check your volume, Sarah Jane. It's the same as it always is. And morning Angela. Okay, so that's that. What else have we got? New fabrics. Always got new fabrics. Right, so here we have. I'm going to undo them. So these are like Christmassy ones that actually, in my mind, you could use all year. I do like subtle Christmas more so than in-your-face Christmas. These ones are all coming now are mistletoe. It's a new range, Winter's Garden from Luce and Irene. And I just picked out 5 nice green ones as mixers, really. I say green. That one's more grey, brown, grey. I don't know, aqua. They call them all sorts of strange colours, and to me, they're not the colours they're calling them. But there we go. But they all look very lovely together. So they're obviously available off the bolt. I've also now put them on the website as fat quarter bundles, so just 5 fat quarters. Where are we? Where's my price for you? 5 fat quarters should be £18.75. I've got them on at £17 today. All right, for you, or for this next couple of days. So that's that one. And then if you have half meters, a set of half meters, instead of £37.50, they're going to be 34. All right, so they're actually new in, arrived Friday. Okay, they're on the website, ready to roll. So get in there. I can't see them lasting that long. They are such good mixery type stuff. Yeah. Oh, and then we're back to Christmas and timeless treasures, and me liking more subtle things. This isn't quite a subtle. Look how gorgeous they are. Look how gorgeous they are. Fabulous. So snowmen, they're all on the website as well. I didn't get any of the supporting fabrics to go with this because of the cost of them, in truth. They'd work out so expensive for everybody. But having now put those next to, they work very well. So they go with all of the Lewis and Irene that are on, and they also go with most of the Macawa. All right, and certainly the linen textures, the plains, they go really well with this. So I'm afraid, I'm sorry, Timeless Treasures, but I only had that one particular one to go with everything else that I've got. All right. More Timeless Treasures. It was quite a big box of Timeless Treasures. Now, I don't know if you saw on, let me just wreck everything here. On the back of this one, it's like I want to say like a rainbow going on in dots. Very pretty. So that's one of their mixers. All right, so that's on the website now. But also, I've got it in the black. Now, I've had this before and it didn't last very long. So if anyone's looking for a really nice black on black, it's like grey on black actually, swirly pattern. It's fabulous. I've always said that if I was still working in an office, I'd want a suit out of that. It's fab. It really is. So they're both on the website. And then there's these, which are gorgeous bubblies. All right. So there's that one. There's a greeny one. It's a limey greeny with a yellow, but it's very pale. It's quite subtle. It is actually very nice. Goes with those blacks and things quite well. And then there's the pink version I got. Again, so a pink, very pale yellow, pale little bit of reddy orange in there. Very lovely. All on the website. If you go onto the website, it's the new website. It's starting to look like it should really. There's a couple of bits I still want to change to it. If you go into the shop and then go into fabrics, then if you search by latest, I think it is, that gives you all the new stuff. It'll bring it up in order that it's been put on the website, so you'll get all of these new ones come up quite easy. All right, so that's Abbieanne.com. all right, so there we go. Right, what's the time? Take a breath. Cripes, I nearly swore then. We're 20 past 10 already. What's going on? What's going on? Slurp. How big are the snowmen? Right, snowmen. Let me measure the snowmen. Oh, handy ruler. Handy Andy ruler. The snowmen themselves are 2 1/4 tall. 2 1/4 inches tall. And what would we give that? 1 1/2 wide, thereabouts. Really very pretty. Okay, so that's that one. Now let me show you something that I did last year with a few of the girls, or I was going to do with a few of the girls, but then I did it and I made it and I decided I didn't like it. But you might like it. You need to tell me, please. Do I finish it? Do I do it as a pattern or as a kit? The fabrics might be slightly different because I made this last year with the intention of putting it out last year. I've just realised, Sarah Jane, what might be happening is I've got things in front of me when I'm talking. That might be why I'm quieter for you. So I'll try not to do that. That's why I keep poking my head around the side. Do we like it? Does it need to be a pattern? Does it need to be a kit? I'm looking at this. Actually, I have got most of these fabrics. Or I've got something very near them that would do the job. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is that one a goer or not? In my mind, I wasn't pleased with it. I don't know why. Because I'm looking at it this year and thinking, oh, actually, I quite like that. Or do I like it? I don't know. There we are. Right. I think they need to go into Wensleydale. Fair. Yes, they could. They might fit nicely into Wensleydale. Judith, who's just commented, she's busy making a quilt, and that might work quite well actually. Now, Lamport Hall last week with Grosvenor Shows. I was in a stable. I had a lovely time in a stable. Met loads of lovely new people. Thank you. Andy was with us, Andy and Joe, so that was good. Pauline came and helped me. So we had a lovely time. You know, it's a lovely show. It's a good sort of social, if nothing else. So those of you that came to the show, I ran out of some of the patterns and you paid for them, and I have posted them all. They all went in the post on Friday. Okay, so if anybody's there waiting for, it's on its way. All right, so the ones we ran out of, I'm going to tell you, because actually it's just a reminder that they are there. So Daisy Runner, so that's a reverse applique or applique pattern. Good fun. So that's now gone back out. And I forget this one, Blooming Dresden. I tend to forget it because I did it out of Tilda fabrics, but it looks fabulous out of your own fabrics. So we actually got through loads of them. So if anybody, you know, you're looking for something to do with your scraps, want a bit of handwork, want a bit of machine work or mix it, Blooming Dresden. So these are all on the website. And again, Mabin scraps. We sold out of Mabin scraps. So just reminding you, it's there if you're needing a scrappy pattern or a not so scrappy pattern. That works well with set fabrics as well as it does with scraps. All right, so just a reminder of those three patterns, that they do exist. That then leads me on to Lady Shouted wanted, remember the Bluewood quilt, this one, the very striking traditional pattern one. Wanted just the pattern, because I only ever did this up as kits. There are a couple of kits available in purples or blues if that's what you want, but she wanted just the pattern because she had loads of scraps. So I said, okay, it's not something I thought because of it being so traditional. So I have done up just the pattern for everybody, the how-to, and in there you can see this doesn't bend very easy. There's some real thick card, and I've done out your templates for you, all right, so that you can make that traditional little quilt. And that's just reminded me, excuse me wandering away, if that's got the cardboard version in for you, but you could have the ruler, which has diamonds, Dresdens and hexagons, 4.5 inch square with all of your different divides, so that does on a 9 patch type thing, and a 1 inch which would do your log cabin, and it's 12.5 inches long, which gives you your standard block. So that's the sampler ruler. Forgot about that, I haven't shouted about that for a while. That's 20, but you also get the cutouts at a slightly different size so that you can put them nicely into a 9 inch block. All right, so that's now available, and that is obviously still available. All on the website, Abbieanne.com. Now, what's next? What we doing? Thank you, Rose, Helen, Lish, Morning Francis, Claire. So it looks like I'll do the pattern up. Let me just fold him up again. I'll do some kits and get the pattern done up. That'll be this week's job in between everything else. So we'll have that ready for next week with a bit of luck. And I have got a surprise on Miranda Coo as well. I've got an idea for that, so I might do that this week. So that's 2 things to do this week. So I'll have them ready hopefully for the next fortnight's live, 3 Amigos live. Right, what else has happened? Bundles. These are whites, white on whites, cream on creams, right the way through the colour range. You can see there. We sold out of them as well at Lamport Hall. So I cut a load more. All right. So there's 10 fat quarters there. They're just 35, and 10 fat eighths, 17.50. But actually, I think you find I've got them at 15 and 30 on the website. All right. So special offers going on there if you're needing mixers. Just to say that I have cut some more. And another thing, oh, there's so much this week. Let me take that out and hold that up. Okay, so linen quilts. All right, I think I've got 3 of these kits. Everything, they weigh an absolute ton. 95 going at 55 because I just want the space, to be totally honest. If you want those, I don't think they're on the website. You're going to have to comment in here or send me a message. All right, and I think I've got 3 of them left, so they're going out virtually at cost. The postage isn't going to be cheap because they are heavy. All right, so yeah, there we are. Now I think I've gone through everything. Let me just have a quick squizzle down the list. Yeah, there we go. Right, so what else is going on? I've got 2 minutes. It's very loud around here because we've got Rock Oyster Festival that way and we've got Campervan Festival that way. And we're getting both lots of music at night, so it's very interesting. Samford Arundel in Somerset. I'm there on Thursday for our monthly meet. If anybody wants to join us, you are welcome. You can book in, give me a shout and you can book in with us. Beginners, complete beginners, right the way through to anybody that just needs a bit of help with anything. All right, so do give a shout if you fancy that. Then what have I got on here to say? NEC, sorry, too expensive, not going. I do apologise to those that might think I would be there. I've had a couple of messages, would I be there? For a small person like me to have a stand is just exorbitant. Can't do it. In fact, I haven't. Last year, Julia and I went and had a walk around, but I don't think I'll even do that this year. It's a great shame, but there we are. Anybody in Cornwall on holiday and wants to come and visit the cupboard, just give me a shout. Do make sure I'm here before you come. And you can have a wander around and look at all the lovely fabrics and patterns and everything else. That's always welcome, but do shout. I'm here just about the whole of August. All right. Next show is Brighton, 5th and 6th of September. New show. Do come and support it. That's the next show for me. So I've got a few weeks now of catching up and tidying up. All right. I've got a minute to go. I've just had a flash up on my screen say Andy's ready to go over on Crafty UK. All right, so do go over and support him. How do I find the snowflake template, please, June? Snowflake, I've not got a snowflake template. Oh, Snowball template. I'm having problems with signals. All right, so I'm going to leave you to Andy over at Crafty UK. Have a fabulous week, everybody. Bye. If I can